Hey guys, Steve here, Mobile Automotive Plus. Today we are loaded up. We're in that Jeep Wrangler that I gotta fix the front suspension on. This is gonna be a nice little ride going on in. I'll show you a little bit of what we got going on. This thing is clinking and clacking, but we're gonna get that all buttoned up today. I am so jammed up to the steering wheel. This thing is jam-packed, but I think his alignment's just fine. So with the racket that's coming from the front of here, I'll be honest with you, it kind of makes me worried because I'm not sure 100% what it is. I feel like it's probably those end links that are tied up. At least I'm hoping it's those end links that are tied up and not ball joints or something along those lines. But anyway, let's try and weasel this thing home. This is going to be a long ride. I am doing about 30 and this thing is scaring, pardon my French, this thing's scaring the shit out of me. Alright guys, so we at least made it out to the forest. I felt bad for the people on Route 40, but I can't go over, I guess, 35, 40 mile an hour. This thing, woo, she is a death of wobbling. I can't even keep her straight on the road, so, well, we're just going to truck her on home till we get back to the house and get this thing fixed up. I'm telling you guys how much I don't like Wranglers. This is the exact reason why. I'm not sure why they get such a following, but man, this thing's got to be probably the scariest one that I've drove so far. I've drove a lot of hoopties over the years, and I think this one is probably the top. That was literally the scariest thing I think I've ever driven in my entire life. Hey guys, so we're gonna try and make this piece of angle iron, thick angle iron, work for what we got going on some way or another. What I'm gonna do is I'll slice this a little bit, about halfway through, slice it down on the axle, and then I'll weld it on there, and then we'll try and make this to retrofit it, or I will use this whole bracket to make a new mount. Alrighty guys, I got that welded up. I put the sway bar back connected on, and I'm gonna take this thing down the road and kind of I guess you could say, not be nice to it. So we're gonna see how that holds up. Still making some racket under here, and I think it's from those links in general because they're removable, but we'll see how much of a difference that this makes from the swing. So night and day difference. You can see I got it up 45, I'm up to 50 now. Makes a night and day difference. It's still got to sway in the front end a little bit. Loose steering, which I think is the panhard bar. Once I get that bolt out, weld a washer onto the axle itself, that will tighten the panhard bar up. So let me see what it takes to get that damn bolt on there, and then we'll kind of go from there. Here's true test. I just bajaed that dang thing through the ditch, so let's see if it broke the welds or it broke that piece. I got a feeling it didn't. She held tight, but man, it makes a heck of a lot of racket. I don't know if it's that or the shocks or what, but man, that piece, I'm not sure. Something makes an awful lot of racket under here. I don't think it's ball joints. I think it's these stupid links, how they're attached here. It goes up and down and it just wobbles onto this. That's probably why these break. If this is a solid piece that was actually bolted in, it would probably be a lot different. Dumb design. I mean, if you're taking this thing off the road and all the time, great. But if you're daily driving it, this isn't the way to go. Alrighty guys, so I took the nut off of the panhard bar up in here and took it for a drive, trying to get it to just kind of break it loose. The bolt is stuck in the bushing, or stuck in the collar inside of the bushing. It happens. So I'll probably put a little bit of heat on it, and then what I'm gonna end up doing is having my father-in-law turn the wheel a couple of times while I'm trying to pry against it, see if that breaks it free. We'll see what happens. Well, my idea didn't work, and I unfortunately roasted the track bar bushing. So we're going to try some kind of sketchy stuff. I'm going to take a socket, weld it to the bolt head, and then I'm going to use a slide hammer and see if I can get that bolt out. Ultimately, at the end of the day, it's just a standard bolt. So I have a bunch of bolts. No big deal. I just need to get the old one out.
All day running around with those big city dealers and being flim-flam with.
We got the track bar out. Unfortunately, I had to cut the bolt, but I got it out. He has a new one, so we're gonna end up using that. I just got done welding the washer in there, and I'm gonna take a grinder and go and clean up my welds so it's nice and flush, and then we'll get this new track bar installed. We got the new track bar in.
Mid-Florida, your life, your money, your credit union. Insured by
Zero slop out of that track bar. So, alrighty guys, so it was a success. We got the front sway bar links put in, and that track bar put in. Remember the rattling I was hearing? Yeah, my father-in-law kind of looked under here and we found out what was going on. Rear sway bar is all screwed up. Back shocks are all shot. But that's for a later day. We got it so that you can actually drive it right now. I had it up to about 50, holds pretty solid. You can still feel the back sway a little bit because of those bushings. But with that being said, that's gonna do it for this one, guys. Need help like this? Give me a shout, I'll help you out. Hope you guys have a wonderful day.